Okay, so we've got that top one inked up. Now I'm going to do this one here, and I'm going to stamp off once, and then stamp on. Clean off my stamp. So just to finish this guy off, I'm going to grab the other piece to his wings, or her wings, really. So to do the wings, I'm going to leave it at first generation stamping, which means I'm not going to stamp off. I just want to see what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty. So it gives it a contrast. So you line up the stamp with the stamped image you already have, the best that you can. Then you can take the punch, which lines up perfectly with how you had it on your stamp block. And you punch that out. And then these butterflies are ready to go. So I'm going to speed up the video, and I'm going to stamp the rest of the butterflies and punch them out, and then we'll come back to put the card together. Okay, so we've got our station all cleaned up and we have our butterflies stamped and punched out. So you've got you've got 3 of the large and 3 of the small. And you've got 2 that are not stamped in, which I'm going to use for underneath here, which is different than the original card, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So here's all of our butterflies. So we want to be able to give it the wings a bit of life. So what I do is I'm going to take the stamped, like the filled in ones, and I'm going to take the end of you could use the end of this. This is our the Stampin' Up. What's this thing called? Tool? Multi-tool. Multi-tool, that's what it's called. So taking the end of this, and I'm just rubbing it in the center of his body. So then you'll see it gives there's the difference with the wings coming up. Another tool that I use is this guy. I think this is retired now, but it works well on the mat. It actually works better than this. What else could you use? Maybe the top of an ink topper? Oh yeah. Let's try this one again. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to do this to the big ones and to the small guys. All right, so let's glue down our card base. So I'm going to use some Tombow wet glue on the back, just a thin strip. And I'm just going to use something with a straight edge to line up to make sure that I get it on my card front evenly. The Tombow is a little forgiving because you can move it around a little bit to get it exactly where you want it. So now we're going to start to place all of these butterflies. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue the little ones to the big ones on all of them except for this one. We're just going to do the tops and the bottoms. So to glue them together, you could use glue dots, or I'm just going to use just a little bit of Tombow because you don't want it to ooze out. And we're going to glue them together. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to put the card together with all of our butterflies. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Mini Dimensionals under each of the butterflies. I don't know if you can see under there. It's got one each under all those, so I'll lay those on the card. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use Tombow glue for the center butterflies. Okay, so we're going to stamp Happy Birthday across, this is just a strip of Whisper White, a little bit longer than the card itself. And we're going to flag the ends of it. So to flag it, you're just going to snip in as deep as you want your flags, and then come to the edge and cut in to where you cut on both sides. And there's your flag. I'm going to shorten mine just a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment from the piece of cake stamp set. Okay, so when you're putting this down, we want it to be raised up. So we put one dimensional under here. So this one, we're going to use 2 dimensionals. If you're not using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, like dollar store ones, they're thicker than the Stampin' Up! Ones, so you may only need one. So just have a look at your project and see what's going to work. You may not need two. And then the last thing we're going to do is glue on our little butterflies. Just with some Tombow. It's a beautiful card. I love all the colors and I love butterflies. So you can buy the stamp set in a bundle, which has the stamp set and the matching punch, and then you save 10%. It would look great with a bunch of different color coordinated options. This is how it looks different from the different type of butterfly stamp that I used. I hope you enjoyed the card video. If you do, give me a thumbs up below and check out my Facebook page for a sped up version of this video. All right, thanks everybody. Bye for now.